So welcome on this, here in South Carolina, it's a sunny morning, late April, and we are going to continue our April exposition of the cooling breath known as hissing breath, centering and balancing cooling breath known as hissing breath. But we're going to precede that, as we have been, with a little bit of activation so that we can feel the difference. And so the active breath we're going to do is known as bellows breath. We've been doing this for the last couple of weeks. We're going to continue for this week and next week. And so if you recall, before we start, we'll always remind you, breath work, you may want to clear your passages first. Breath work, any lightness of head, any shortness of breath, you stop. It's important very much in breath work in particular to listen to yourself and to your body and follow the wisdom of your body. And then finally, remember, no stress, no strain, no exertion. The body is still, and just full inhales and full exhales. I'll exaggerate a little bit for effect as an instructional tool, but mainly you're just taking full inhales and exhales. So we're starting with an activating breath known as bellows breath. And that is a preparatory routine in which we're just going to take a full inhale using the diaphragm. So you'll actually feel the diaphragm engage and move out as you fill, and then engage and move back as you empty. We're going to take 10 breaths using the diaphragm actively, and then we'll take a regular breath without diaphragmatic action. Then we'll take 10 more breaths. And then we'll take another breath, and then 10 more breaths. So we're going to do 3 sets of 10 in the activating bellows breath. That'll get us going. And then we'll begin our cooling breath. And our cooling breath is hissing breath, which is an inhale through the mouth, big wide grin, inhaling through the teeth and over the tongue, feeling the cooling. The sound is something like see or seed or hiss. And then the exhale is through the nostrils. And I will explain the cooling breath again as we get through the activating breath. So let us start by finding our posture. So find yourself in a comfortable and supported posture where your spine can be long and you can sit easily. And then bringing your hands to your knees or to your thighs or to your waist, resting the palms against each other. You're welcome to close your eyes and focus behind the brow point or hood your gaze, but turn your attention inward to your breath and to your diaphragm. And remember that this is about being still and being still and being aware, being in presence, being in awareness of what's happening in your system. Let's take a breath to prepare. Just take a full inhale and sigh it out. And then let us begin our activating breath by taking a full inhale through both nostrils, and then begin to use the diaphragm to exhale and inhale. Equal breath, equal length, inhale and exhale. After your 10th breath, and your rhythm may be different than mine, just a gentle exhale and a full inhale. And we begin the second set. After your 10th iteration, a gentle exhale and a full inhale. And we commence our third set. After our 10th iteration, a gentle exhale, a full inhale. Turn your palms up, bring your thumb and forefinger together, just sit quietly, be still. Allow yourself to feel what's happened, how you've been activated by that breath, what's going on in your body. while I explain again our primary breath, which is the hissing breath, a cooling, balancing, centering breath known as hissing breath. Hissing breath is an inhale through the mouth. So we'll open the mouth wide as we can, big old wide grin, bring the teeth together, lightly touching like you do at the dentist where you gently tap. And then holding the teeth there, we'll inhale over the tongue through the teeth in a hissing sound. It sounds like this. So it sounds like a hiss or the word see, S-E-E or S-E-E-T, whatever it feels like for you. And then we'll close the mouth and exhale evenly through both nostrils, extending the exhale as long as we can. So that'll be our process. We're going to do 20 repetitions. You're going to do your rhythm, your breath, so you may not be with me. And that's okay. If you finish before me, just sit quietly. If you finish after me, don't worry about it because I'll just be explaining sitting quietly and you'll catch it. And so let us begin. So empty completely. Open the mouth, bring the teeth together, inhale fully, close the mouth, exhale gently through the nostrils, extending the exhale. Be very still, no tension in the body, fully relaxed and rested. The only thing moving is the breath, the lips, the nostrils, and the breath. Continue at your pace, your rhythm, doing 20 iterations. Just being aware of yourself in your practice. Hearing the sound. Feeling the cooling on the inhale. Regulating the exhale, gentle and smooth, and extending it, allowing all of the air to exit the body. Releasing any tension, releasing any effort, releasing any need to move, compete, or converse with yourself. Just focusing on the breath. If you're comfortable, close your eyes, focus behind the brow point, or hood your gaze, turn your attention inward. Just observe the sensations in your body as you breathe like this. Just allow the circulation of energy to occur, allow what happens to happen, just be aware. Begin to notice those places where you have tension in your body, see if you can relax. Begin to observe those places where your mind tells you you need to do harder, try better, compete more. Just hear those voices and ignore them. Tell them you hear them and tell them you'll be back for them later. Right now, you're just breathing. Notice again as your shoulders may tend to tense, your neck may tend to crick. See if you can release and relax and just be. No extra effort at all. Simply breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the nostrils. Extending the exhale and removing all of the stale air from the body. And feeling into the practice and the effect of the practice in your body. Cooling, balancing, centering. And we'll continue without the sound of my voice distracting you. for the next minute or so as you finish your 20 iterations, keeping your count, being in your practice. Last two, if you're with me. If you're not with me, it's fine. You just be with you, which is much more important and much more practical. Be in the rhythm of your own practice. Be in your own experience. After your last iteration, let your breath return to normal through the nostrils. Allow everything to settle. Just be in silence and stillness, or be aware of the possibility of silence and stillness. As you sit and feel into the changes in your body and in your systems as a result of this breath practice, I invite you to call forth any one thing that feels like gratitude. Maybe it's just a sense of gratitude for having the means and the opportunity to do this practice today. And I would thank you for coming for the breath work.